The Houston Texans won the AFC South last year, advancing to the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. They then won a playoff game before eventually falling to the Baltimore Ravens in the divisional round. Now that's all the more impressive when you consider that the Texans' three best players, defensive end Mario Williams, wide receiver Andre Johnson, and quarterback Matt Schaub, missed a combined 26 games due to injury. As a matter of fact, by the time the playoffs rolled around, Texans were down to their third-string quarterback, rookie T.J. Yates from North Carolina. Yates played admirably, winning that playoff game against the Bengals before, as I said, finally going down to Baltimore. Now, Schaub will be back this year. Andre Johnson will be back. Expect the offense to pick it back up. Unfortunately for the Texans, Mario Williams has been lost, gone to Buffalo, big free agent signing there for the Bills. And they also got rid of DeMeco Ryans. A curious move. DeMeco Ryans was considered sort of the heart and soul of this defense. This offseason, I heard some of his teammates, some Texans defenders sort of speak out, wondering what was going on there with that move. And quite frankly, I haven't heard an answer from the front office. Now, this defense was second overall in the NFL last year. They have improved leaps and bounds since Wade Phillips took over as defensive coordinator. The Texans were also second in rushing offense, proving again that the people who say, well, running the football and playing defense is dead in the NFL, passing is all that matters in this new NFL, that is absolutely ridiculous. To those people I say, remember how close we were to a San Francisco 49ers, Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl last year. Two teams that hang their hat on defense, the power running game, and quarterbacks who they just asked to manage the game. Now, the Texans are another team that falls under that category, even though when Schaub and Andre Johnson are out there, they can definitely make some plays downfield. But last year, the Texans relied on that defense, relied on that power running game, and it took them all the way to the playoffs. Now, they're the favorites in the AFC South again this year. The AFC South, not a particularly strong division. 2 out of the 4 teams, Jacksonville and Indianapolis, I expect to be totally non-competitive. So really, if the Texans can finish with a better record than the Tennessee Titans, they should make the postseason again. Now, as I said, they did sustain a couple of losses on that defense in Mario Williams and DeMeco Ryans. Remains to be seen how that's going to affect the unit as a whole. No real key additions for the Texans. Now, getting Schaub and Andre Johnson back, those are probably going to feel like additions. And with that backfield, Varian Foster and Ben Tate, one of the best combinations, running back combinations in the NFL, the Texans don't have anything to worry about on offense. Now, people are painting the Texans out to be a Super Bowl favorite this year. Their odds 10-1 to win the Super Bowl in Vegas, 11-1 on BETDAQ. I'm high on this team. You've just heard me talk for 2 minutes about how much I like this team, about how I was impressed with them last year. I think they could get better with some players returning from injury this year. However, 10-1, 11-1, those odds are too short in my opinion, or the Houston Texans really haven't proven anything in the postseason against teams that actually matter. Beat the Bengals last year for their first postseason win in franchise history. I'd be very surprised if the Texans won the Super Bowl this year. If their odds were more like 30-1, 35-1, then you may consider a bet. At 10-1, 11-1, I might stay away.